Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sean from Urban Tactical Survival, and today I'm going to revisit an old favorite of mine. I just can't get enough. That's PKS Mountaineer. It's from Dave Canterbury's PKS shop, where they make their own blades. This is one fine blade, and I know I've seen it, you've seen it in other videos with me working on it, working with it, but today I want to just revisit it and show it off a little closely. Yeah, that's one fine blade. This is the Mountaineer with the green micarta handles on it. I like that. Now, I've been to their website as of today. On their website, their Pathfinder store, and I can't find any blades that they are working with or have up for sale that has the green micarta handles to them. So I believe they may have discontinued. They all have the curly maple handles to all of their knives now, so I'm not sure if they just gone away from using the green micarta, but if so, I'm very lucky and fortunate to have one with those handles on it. Yeah, this is a pretty color on here. It's got a green tint to it, and yeah, this is a knife from their Dirty by Design. It's dirty because of all the forging marks that was used to forge this blade has been left on the blade, and that's where they get the Dirty by Design. By no means is this knife dirty. I mean, like it's been laying in the dirt and got all kinds of gook and stuff all over it. No, it's not that kind of dirty. It's the Dirty by Design because they left the forging marks on it, which is pretty cool on there. It looks really good. I like it. So I got my old trusty measuring ruler out here. So let's get an accurate measurement of this blade from tip to butt. Okay, from the tip to the back of the nut, it's 10 inches, and the blade itself is 5 1/4 inch, 5 1/4 inches. The blade width is about 1 3/4 inches. There, as you can see it. Yeah. Thickness of the blade, I'd say it's about 1/3 thickness. Yeah. Got acorns and squirrels out here running around. So yeah, this is a really awesome blade. I have one of their sheaths that came with the blade when I bought it from a guy in Ohio. He was selling the blade in a 3-piece military sleep system, and I guess he was scrapped for some change, some money, and he sold it, didn't need it anymore, and I jumped on it and I bought that, this, and the 3-piece system. So when you go to the store to buy a blade, you're not going to get the sheath with the blade. It's going to be a separate sale. So they have 2 types of sheaths that goes with this. Can't remember what this sheath is. It's a BHBL, I believe, BHBL sheath. Will run you about $49 for the sheath. This is a very classic. I love the look of this. Now when I got this blade and the sheath with it, it was a curly maple or brown colored sheath, and I didn't like that, the way that looked. So what I did was I got some black dye and I dyed the sheath black, and as you see it right here, I dyed it black. So, and I like it. It's got a really classic look to it. You know, that's what I like about it. I'm also, I believe I mentioned in a previous video that I was working to incorporate a ferrocerium rod with the blade. So when I got this blade on me, wherever I am doing any bushcraft work, I have the ability to make fire instantly wherever I am by way of a ferrocerium rod on me. So I fashioned a little sleeve in the back, and it's connected to the belt loop on the back of the sheath, and it's secured in the back same way I secured the blade to the sheath. I just wrapped, let me pull that out of here. I just wrapped it around, and see, there's the sheath. Nothing fancy, it'll get the job done, but I wanted something that would go with the blade, complement the blade and the sheath. So I made a sleeve out of some cardboard, and I fashioned that on the back with some Gorilla tape. It's not set in stone, so this is a work in progress. Just experimenting with it to see what's best, what kind of materials I might be able to use that'd be best for this. And then I just wrap that around, pull it through the sheath, and then come back around, and I'll go back the other way. Let's go back the other way, because when it comes out, then I wrap this back around and over and under the cordage itself and pull it nice and tight, and there, that blade is not going anywhere, because now it's secured to the sheath just as the blade is, same fashion. So I can turn that upside down and shake that. I can sit here and shake this all day, and it's not going anywhere. Got a red-headed woodpecker on a tree over here. He's paying me a visit over here, being nosy. Yeah. In this area I'm in, there are an abundance of them over here, from tree to tree, along with blue jays. I haven't seen a cardinal yet. Here's a blue jay up in the tree with them. Yeah. And some squirrels out here foraging. So, yeah, that's a work in progress as far as the ferrocerium rod and the sheath is concerned. So, I did ask for some suggestions in the last video on anybody had any ideas on how best to fashion the ferrocerium rod to the sheath. So I'm still looking for those ideas. I did mention that in the last video, so I haven't had any takers yet. So I'm still looking for some suggestions. So here we are again in this video. Anybody got any quick ideas or some better ideas than what I've got fashioned here? There we go. And it will be dangling down there on the side, just like that. So this is a, I took a striker from Light My Fire ferrocerium rod. That ferrocerium rod has thusly gone by the wayside, and I don't know, for some reason it developed a bunch of ridges all over it, and I couldn't strike them and get them down. And it's I still have it, but not using it. I can use that as an emergency, an extreme emergency if I had to. But I took the striker, which is a very good striker for this ferrocerium rod. As you can show you here, it's a very good striker. It gets throw some sparks. It will throw some sparks. So that's what's in works. That's the project here for a ferrocerium rod to complement my PKS Mountaineer. Let's put that back on the back there. But the reason I'm back out here today is because I wanted to revisit and go over and touch back with the knife. I just can't get enough of this knife and its capabilities. This is my go-to blade when I'm in a campsite doing some bushcraft work. As you'll see here, I got a piece of wood here. It's a good knife for batoning. So this blade will baton some wood. Got a piece of wood here I split a little earlier. Show you. I'm gonna use what you call a wood hammer. And I can't get that batoned. Let's see, I get that down a little further. It's a great tool to get some wood processed for a fire in a campsite. Baton some wood. You can't get that down. Okay. Another piece of wood here. I'm gonna use another Y branch here as my hammer. Got a nice size, about 10 inches long. That's 10 inches long there. Yeah. See, so as you can see, this blade will baton. And get wood down to smaller pieces for a fire. You always want to start with the small pieces first when getting a fire. Get that split. And then, yeah, let's see about the, oh, and for its capabilities for striking a ferrocerium rod. Oh, it will get that job done. So let's say I didn't have the striker with the ferrocerium rod here, and I needed to get a fire going, and I'm gonna use the back 90-degree angle on the back of the blade to strike a ferro rod. It will get that job done. So it will strike a ferrocerium rod and get it done. And also for processing some fire starter material. Get that wrapped around there. Keep forgetting how to get this wrapped around in here, secured it. But there it goes. Yeah, so yeah, take the back. And I'm able to do some fire sticks, some feather sticks. Yeah, there we go. It's not the best of wood here, but I can get it done. Just take some time to play with it. You want to be careful you don't go all the way down past the point of no return on your wood for some feather sticks, because you'll cut them right off. But once you get it started, yeah. It's not something you want to rush into. Take your time, work the wood. There you go. You get the right angle on the wood. Just like that. Now all the shavings that have fallen off, I still could use that to get a fire started if I wanted to. I'm not gonna throw that away. I can use that and bundle it up and take my ferrocerium rod and scrape off some shavings off the rod, get it down there as an igniter, and add that to the shavings, and there you go. Like sitting in a campsite, just doing some woodwork. Okay, there you go. some feather sticks. It's not the prettiest, but it will do if it needed to get a fire going. Okay. Yeah. It's not a rush. Take your time. Yeah. Nice little feather stick. Okay. So, along with my wood shavings here, I got some wood shavings here that fell off. I could use. To get a fire going. If I wanted to. Another surefire way of getting a fire with some fat wood. Yeah, I wish I had some fat wood with me. I don't see any down maple trees around here. And I can keep going with this here and get finer and finer curls here. So yeah, there's your PKS Mountaineer and some fire sticks, feather sticks. Does a good job. That's a scandi grind blade on there. I'm a firm believer in, I don't care what kind of blade you have, if you take care of it, it will last you a long time. Dave Canterbury will tell you he didn't build these knives to sit on a shelf. He built them to work. So these are workhorses. You want to actually take them out in the field and work with them, like I'm doing here. You know, just sitting around the campsite and, you know, kumbaya, do a little woodworking. Have a feather stick competition. Who can make the best feather sticks? I think this is the best ones I've done so far. Right there. So I got several pieces here I can use. Yeah, this one here, I'm gonna make. I can make a camp stake. Yeah, I've been mentioned this in another video. I have been camping, and some individuals have forgotten their stakes to stake out their tent. So they were wondering, well, how are they gonna get that done? So I showed them. Put on some wood. Clean this up here a little bit. Now you want to carve this down here into a spike on one end. This is about good 7 inches long. Carve one end into a spike so to help facilitate getting it into the ground. Nice point on it. And on the other end, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. You want to establish the portion that, yeah, let's clean this up. Make it a little somewhat pretty. Campsite pretty for getting in the ground. So you want to establish a notch. You're going to cut a notch in the other end so that will catch the guide line when you hammer this into the ground. Okay, that's looking real pretty there. Okay, so you want to be careful not to go all the way through. So and just bite off a little pieces at a time. Just take your blade, rock it back and forth. Okay. And cut out a notch, a right angle notch. So it gives the guide rope something to latch onto when you stick it in the ground. Must remember, you don't want to go all the way through. Yeah. I guess I want to stop right here. So it doesn't snap off. Okay, so I want a little notch, like I said, on the back end. So when you hammer this into the ground at an angle, and let's say this lanyard on the back of this blade was your guide rod, your guide rope, it will lock into it like that. And you stick that in the ground, catch it, and you can stake out your tent. So there's some of the things you can do with the PKS Mountaineer. I'm gonna clean this one up. I like the way it looks. Nice and pretty. This time. So, got you a nice piece of wood. You might want to consider, after making this, depending on how long you're going to be out camping, if you're going to be gone for several days and moving from one location to the other, you might want to consider taking the stakes with you, so you don't have to do this each and every time you get to a new campsite. You do this one time so Say it depends on how many how many guidelines you have on your tent. Some have 4, some have 6 guidelines. So you might want to make 6 of these or 4 and pull them up and take them with you so you can reuse them. So this is a nice one here. I might want to take that one with me, reuse it if I didn't have any with me. But I always come prepared. Picked that up from the Boy Scouts when I was younger. I remember those days back in Brooklyn, New York. Nice. So there we have it. Nice feather stick for your guidelines. The Mountaineer. Yeah, beautiful blade. They are fortunate for me, and I'm lucky that the Pathfinder shop, that I can go back to get more of these, and possibly these is right here locally, here on the south side of town, here in Indianapolis, Indiana. So I can go there and well, let me get the measurements on this sheath here. Okay, so the measurements on this sheath from the top to the bottom here, bear with me, is about 9 inches long. Yeah, a little under 9 inches, just barely, just little under 9 inches long. And it is 2 inches, 2 1/4 inch wide. So that's a fairly decent sheath. Old classic. I love that classic look for this particular type of blade, this bushcraft blade. I love the leather look. It's a classic look. So I made references to the possibility by some of the suggestions of you guys out there on the best way to apply the ferrocerium rod to the leather sheath, that if there is no a good way of doing it other than what I have here, which is working. It's not set in stone, it's working. So if someone can come up with something better, I'll take that and I'll work with it. But if not, I'm prepared to maybe get a Kydex holster. I know a couple of guys on the internet that has a Kydex holster shops, that they make holsters for blades like this. So I might look at them, call them up, see what they have to offer. But I really like the look of this blade in this sheath here. That micarta green handles in this black, newly black sheath. It's got a good look to it. So that's all I got for you. I just wanted to come out here and baton up some wood, actually show you that this blade can be used to baton wood, process wood at a campsite to get it ready for a fire. And you can make some feather sticks. And as I demonstrated here, you can make a stake, just in case you knuckleheads forget yours to your tent. You can make one out in the field. So yeah, that's possible. And yeah, so that's all I got for you for today on the PKS Mountaineer. Excellent blade. If you're looking for a good blade, a good bushcraft mountain blade, check them out on the PKS Pathfinder store. They have a whole array of different types of blades, and each blade is used for a different task, campsite task. They got some actual blades that are designed for survival blades. The close cousin to this one is the Mountain Lion, which is a little bit longer, a slimmer profile, but they all have curly maple handles to them. I don't see any with a micarta, green micarta blade, handle to them. So I think I'm lucky in saying that I might have the only one or last one out. I don't know. I'm pretty sure other people who've got the same blade may have gotten the same type of handle, but they don't have them on their website. As of today, I saw it on their website. I did that check, and all that they have are the curly maple, which is not a bad handle. It's a pretty handle on a blade like this, but I'm pretty partial to my green micarta. So, yeah, so if you're interested, look them up. PKS Pathfinder store, and get yourself a blade. You won't be disappointed, I guarantee it. The blade itself is guaranteed for life, so I doubt you'd have to be doing some really stupid stuff out in the field with a sledgehammer to snap this blade. And then if you get it done, they will replace it. The handles themselves are not replaceable. I mean, they're replaceable, but they don't have a guarantee to them, because they figured and they know that anything that's going to go bad on the blade would be the handle. A chip, you know, or one of the rivets popping out, but that, which I don't see that happening. I really don't with this blade. It is top-notch craftsmanship, excellent craftsmanship. So I don't see that happening. But, you know, everything man-made has a strong potential of failing. So I'm not going to put 100% of my faith into anything man-made, because it has its breaking points. But you'd have to be, like I said, doing something really, really stupid, really unorthodox in the field to snap this blade. It is just not going to happen. So, but they do have a lifetime warranty on the blades. So, yeah, look them up. PKS Pathfinder store. So, till the next time, I'll check you out in another video. Remember, now's the time to prepare, and always check your six. Get out there and enjoy the woods and enjoy bushcraft. It's a good hobby, good experience. Have fun. Till the next time, peace out. Yeah, now let me get my old behind up from this stump here.